All right. So I'm going to try this shoreline here a little bit. We have gotten fish off this shoreline before. Looks like a frog just jumped in. It's kind of a slow shoreline. The current kind of comes around that corner over there. So we've got like a slow moving current out here going out to the lake here. See how we do here. Got that muddy bottom in this lake. That brown, thick brown water. So it has been raining though, so in the wind, and it kind of but it should, this water should clear up once it kind of stabilizes and the wind kind of stops and try going against the grain here a bit, casting it up towards the current. So something's going to either see this sinking or not, if there's something close by. Really like to see this water a lot clearer though. Probably be better off with a spinner or a crankbait, something to create a little action in here. This is pretty much the biggest lake that we fish though, so you really, have to hope that they're close to the shoreline. If you can get those spawners that haven't swam back out. I do want to try the main dam area though, with maybe like a little spinner jig or something, to at least see if we can get something out of here. There's one other little corner that I want to check, even though I never caught anything there. It looks like Looks like it would be a good spot. Pick up the little weed here there. So there's some weed growth out here. I think it really needs to warm up before these fish will come to the shoreline. They'll get close enough for us. In one other spot, we'll be able to fish with our plastic worm, and then we could possibly switch over to the spinner jig in this spot too. It might be good for that. So we're gonna go check that out. All right, so this is our next area here. Nice kind of quiet corner in here. I'm going to try some casts with the plastic worm, but I think we're going to try our little spinner jig in here too, because I kind of get the feeling maybe there's some crappies, there's at least maybe some bluegills or something in here. If there isn't anything to eat this plastic worm, or both, who knows? Don't know that I've caught anything over here, but I kind of think that I did, but I don't remember what it was. I think we're going to put our little spinner jig on. Let's get in a good spot here. All right, so we got our little spinner jig on. We're going to see what we can do with this. The Bass Boys seems to do really good with these. Let's see what we can do. I wish that one seemed to be some activity over in the duck corner over there. So I got to kind of get used to this thing. It's because it comes up faster than I thought when I reel it in. See if this tractor will keep going, hopefully. I'm just kind of letting this go down, and then we're gonna just kind of pick it up. With the spinner, we could probably just reel this. Yeah, this thing comes up fast. Might just be my reel. Let's try to let it sink. Maybe those ducks saw that Alaskan over there. That's a really cool dog. We picked up a little muck here. I think our best bet might be at the big dam though, right now. But when they've been fishing with these things, they say they hit them in the drop too. So it must have a way of must get a nice wobble to the tail when these things drop. But I have to say, like I said, I can't really recall that I've actually caught a fish in this corner. So I don't know if it's really a good testament to how good this thing works. So let's head. We're gonna head. I think we're gonna head to the big dam. It's not that far from here. All right. So we're back here again. I think we were here about a week ago. We didn't really have the gear for fishing in here, but we got our little spinner jig this time. Hopefully that'll be the ticket, because we can just reel it, get the spin, and we could also jig it like a jig. And I know there's smaller fish in here, but to see. We got some bites last time, some nibbles, but we didn't really have what we needed. It might have just been that they were too small, so we'll see, because this is it's not a tiny jig, so it's going to need to be a nice sized bluegill or a crappie or a bass at least. You can even get a walleye on this thing. We're gonna try it right out here by this sign. Try not to get snagged, hopefully. Can't get out that far with this thing. Now we got a little bird nest in our line here. Let's see, hopefully that'll come out without too much trouble. This line is really dry. Hopefully we didn't get ourselves snagged sitting in the muck over there. Alright, let's try this again, take two. I want to wet this line a little bit though. since we're on this side, we'll just throw it onto the to the left of this sign here. See what we can do. See if we can get this something to grab this thing. We're getting a lot of weed cover real fast. This thing must be getting on the bottom real quick. Might have to go a little faster. Try and keep this thing up before it gets into the weeds down there. We're having to reel it pretty fast. Try closer to that wall over there. I'm not exactly jigging it, I'm just kind of reeling it in right now. I really like to be in that white water though. That's where you really want to be. Try jigging this thing. I think something would have at least taken a swipe at it. Try back a little bit. Yeah, this thing's got nice action to it though. We can't really get on that island because there's still water going through it. But that's pretty shallow over there. So I really like to get out further with this thing. Try just reeling this thing. I actually thought I would get something fairly easy in here with this. And the gate is open, so there's water flowing, which should mean that fish are going over. Because the water has gotten kind of low in here. They're letting this water in here. Once that closes up, then it turns into kind of a pond. Just like to get a little closer to that white water out there. I would think something would have grabbed this thing. not a heck of a lot going on over here. So I think we'll take it that look at that other little pass through. See if we can fish over there. All right, we really had to go down some treacherous rock piles over here to get down here. So let's hope it was worth it. There isn't really much more I can try with this thing. Let it sink a little bit. Try giving it a lot of action. Well, it's not looking too good here either. We caught them right off of that bridge too, right in the middle there. I don't know that if there's a sign that says you can't fish from the bridge or not. I'll have to check that real quick. Maybe try just dropping it off this bridge here. Okay, got to try to find some good footing here. It's much easier coming down. No swimming, no diving. Well, it doesn't say anything about fishing. So let's try dropping it down in the middle here. Because when they're in here, they're all stacked in here. This whole section here. I remember we were just flipping jigs in here, getting I don't remember if it was crappies or bluegill. Just let it sink all the way to the bottom there. Well, no good. So I'm going to go up against this wall here. Kind of fish like I'm fishing the river. No, this is just not working for me. I think it's going to be a wrap for today. Just not having much luck lately.